So I've been thinking, and I think that duck should be the new steak. Hello guys, and welcome back to What We Eat Tonight. It's Jennifer. It's so good to see you again, and if this is your first time on this channel, I want to give you a big hug and a big warm welcoming welcome to our channel. So like I said in the beginning, I think that duck should be the new steak because duck is just as delicious as steak. It's tender and it's juicy if you cook it properly, and you can also cook it medium rare just like a steak, and it's just one of those things that if you get it at a restaurant, it's just gonna cost you a lot of money, and if you were to cook it at home, it's gonna be so much cheaper, and it's really not as complicated as you think it might be. It's actually very easy to cook a duck breast. So that's what I'm gonna show you today. I'm going to show you how to cook a duck breast and a very delicious secret sauce to go with the duck. Although ducks are not that easy to find at regular grocery stores like Trader Joe's or Ralph's, some Asian stores have them, and they are also available at a lot of specialty food stores. I got this beautiful Muscovy duck breast at the same place I got the blood sausage and guanciale. They have a lot of cool unusual meats like squab, fowl, and even elk. It's a very cool store. I love it there. Now let's talk about the sauce. What you need is some heavy cream and sugar. We're making a caramel-based sauce with orange. I'm using Carbonara orange. You can use any kind of orange you want. Blood orange would be nice. We'll be using the whole thing plus some orange juice. So you might be wondering why this is called a secret sauce. Well, it's because it's got two secret ingredients, which I'm not going to tell you what those ingredients are right now. All I'm going to say is those two ingredients are going to add a lot of flavors to the sauce. It's also going to give it a lot of layers. It's just going to be absolutely delicious. So if you want to find out what those ingredients are, well, make sure you stay till the end and I'll tell you later on. To cook the duck breast, first we're going to do some super simple preparation. Take a sharp knife and score the duck skin in a cross-hatch pattern like this. And remember not to cut it all the way through the skin till you can see the meat. You don't want that. Scoring the duck skin will help the fat render out, which will give us a thin layer of super crispy skin. Make sure the duck breast is patted dry, then season it with some salt and pepper. Then drop it in a cold cast iron skillet, skin side down. No oil needed. Turn the heat on medium-low. Just like scoring the skin, the low heat is also to help the duck fat render, so unlike cooking a steak, we're not going to blast it with super high heat. We're going to cook it low and slow to get that really crispy skin. After about 5 minutes, you'll notice that there's a lot of fat coming out of the breast and you'll hear it sizzle. Turn it over to check if it's golden and crispy. If it's not, crank up the heat to medium-high and continue cooking it until it's nice and crispy, about 2 minutes. When it's time, flip it over and oh my god, isn't that like the most beautiful color you've ever seen in your life? Now sear the meat side for about 3 minutes. Make sure you sear the top and the sides as well. Throw in some herbs of your choice. I'm using thyme, and start basting the breast with the duck fat that's rendered out. You can also throw in a couple tablespoons of butter like you would with steak, but I think duck fat is super flavorful on its own already, so I didn't really bother. Baste it for about 2 minutes and that will get you a beautiful medium rare to medium doneness. That's between 135 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit if you use a meat thermometer. While the duck is resting, let's make the sauce. In a small saucepan, combine half a cup of sugar and a 1/4 cup of water. Cook it on medium-high heat until it's bubbling and the color is of a light maple syrup. The color will change pretty quickly once it turns brown, so don't go anywhere, keep a close eye on it. Kill the heat, then pour in a 1/4 cup of heavy cream and be very careful. It will bubble up like crazy, so stand back. Hey, remember the two secret ingredients? They're fish sauce and miso. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of miso paste to the caramel, give it a stir, and pour in a 1/4 cup of orange juice. Now add 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Zesty orange by using a microplane. Adding the zest of an orange will enhance the orange flavor, which goes really well with the fish sauce and miso. And finally, all it's missing is a little bit of acid to balance out all that sweetness and saltiness. Add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, give it a stir, and voila! That's the secret sauce. Let's bring our attention back to the duck breast. It's been resting for 15 minutes. Let's slice it open and get a good look inside. Oh, yes. Can you see how juicy and tender it is? This is gonna be so good with the sauce. So that's how you cook a duck breast at home, and this is gonna come out really weird, but if you have any of that secret sauce left, try putting it on vanilla ice cream. I know it sounds really weird because it's got fish sauce and miso in it, but trust me on this. If you have any of that sauce left, which you probably won't because it's really good with the duck breast, but if you do, if it just so happen that you have a little bit of that sauce left, try it on vanilla ice cream. And also, if you've never had duck before, I really recommend you give it a try. If you're tired of chicken or steak, really, if you want to try something different, I think duck is great. It's awesome. It's absolutely delicious. So that's today's video. If you feel like you've learned something, if you like today's video, make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure you do. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and we'll see you back in the kitchen next time.